Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, today we saw market again correcting in the US, though monthly, and today morning the Asian markets are also seeing some marginal corrections. Uh, it is for both different markets. And the commodities are also seeing some decline, wherein though the oil is up by around $1, but iron, steel, and iron ore are down by almost around 1.5 and 1%. Even the base metals were also seeing some corrections. So overall, since the market is taking some breather, we had seen a long run of the past. So now at a higher end, we are seeing some consolidation happening, which is we feel is good for the market as it need to take some breather in between. So I think we will see similar trend in Indian market as well, wherein we had seen Friday a bounce back, and now consolidation will be happening thereafter. I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. Last week, we saw that some bounce back in Friday's session and Nifty take a immediate support around 19,300, 370 level. And Nifty weekly close managed to sustain above the 19,550 level. So we expect today's positive open, but remain a sideways because next immediate resistance place around 19,600 and 640 upside. If Nifty break that level, then we expect further rally towards again 19,700 upper level. For intraday, 19,440 is the immediate support for Nifty, and below that, next support place around 19,370. Bank Nifty also facing a resistance around 45 to 80 range. If Bank Nifty break that level, then we expect further rally towards 45,500 and above level. For intraday, immediate support place 44,670 and then 44,340. Both index trading in the range. Nifty Finance also facing the resistance around 20,070 and 20,115 upside, and support place around 19,870. Below that, we expect some pressure, but till the date, the range is 19,817 and 20,017 upside. Stock specific, we already mentioned Lawrence Lab in positive in last session also. Those have position, they can also hold it. Next target comes around 410, 420 in upside. Those have position, they can keep it. Second, in the buy side, Voltas looks positive at current level. We saw some breakout in Voltas, and last two trading sessions seeing buying position. Voltas right now trading the exact 200 DMA. If today's session Voltas break again 824 in intraday, then we expect further rally towards 860, 870 in upside. Support place around 790 at downside. Negative side, BPCL looks weak at current level. In the Friday session, we saw BPCL break the important support zone that's come 364 and close below that level. So we expect some pressure in oil sector in BPCL, IOC. BPCL next target is downside 345, 340. That's it for technical derivative. I can.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. On the derivative front, looking at the overall open interest, the open interest has increased a little, but in the last week we saw 2 days of extreme selling, and post that the recovery has been good. The data has turned positive, which is a good sign. PCR has gone above 1 from the 0.75 odd levels. The VIX has come down from 12 odd levels to about 10 and a half again. Also, we had seen that, after the selling, 19, 400, 300, 200 strikes of puts witnessed good amount of open interest built up, and then we saw a bounce back, and we are seeing a strong recovery with 19500 put holding base. Also, the PCR above 19500 is above 1, which is a positive. So all in all, the data is positive. We can probably see further buying going forward, and Nifty can now again start to move ahead towards that 19,800 20,000 levels going forward. From the stock specific front, we saw a lot of selling in the banking space, but now slowly but steadily, some private banks are witnessing short covering action. Majorly, Axis Bank looks very good from current levels. Good short covering action, a good bounce back for this stock. There's likely to be good buying going forward for this stock. Also, India Bulls Housing Finance. This is one stock which was seeing a lot of shorts in the last 1 year or so, but a lot of shorts have been covered in the last couple of months, and we are seeing good buying action even in this stock. So, and there is a price volume breakout as well. So, there is likely to be further buying in this stock, and there can be some aggressive buying which can take this stock forward. So, yeah, that's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. On the result side, State Bank of India result, although optically looked to be above expectation, but it was led by higher treasury gains. At core operating profit level, excluding the treasury gains, the result was slightly below expectation. On sequential basis, the net interest margin declined by 27 basis points to 3.33%. It was disappointing. However, higher treasury income, lower OpEx, and lower credit cost led to a PAT level beat. Credit cost came at just 0.3% against estimate of 0.5%, and asset quality was stable. Loan growth was at 1% sequentially and 15% year on year. A bank has guided for growing at 14 to 15% in the current year. We remain positive from long-term perspective. Repco Home Finance result is above expectation as P&L grew sequentially on all parameters. Even NPAs continue to decline with the net NPA now at 2.8% against 3%. The main missing piece in Repco is growth. Both disbursements and loans have grown at just 7% year on year. There is no sign of any sequential acceleration since last many quarters. It's a value stock at the moment, currently trading at 0.8 times price to book, 15% ROE, but growth at just 7%. In the base case, we see multiple moving towards one time, as is very scenario. If growth moves, loan growth moves to double digits to around 12%, then there could be further re-rating beyond one time also. We are positive on Repco. Bank of Baroda result is in line with expectation. Advances grew 2% sequentially, 21% year on year. Net interest margin came slightly below expectation at 3.27% and declined 26 basis points quarter on quarter. Credit cost was stable at 0.8%. NPAs continued to decline and net NPA now stands at just 0.8%. Slippages have stabilized at 1.1% for the third quarter in a row. ROA was at 1.1%. Stock is trading at 1.4 times price to book, which doesn't leave much scope for re-rating from here. However, directionally, the bank will continue to do well. Woodco, which is Housing and Urban Development Corporation, result is okay. Loan book grew by just 6% year on year. Sanctions and disbursements also don't indicate any acceleration going forward. Profit has been flattish at 445 crores and around this level since last many quarters. Stock is trading at 0.8 times price to book. We are neutral. BHEL result is below expectation. Revenue grew 7%. However, EBITDA margin was negative 7% against expectation of 0. Loss was at 355 crores against estimated loss of 55 crores. Even on order book front, year on year order book is stagnant at around 1 lakh crores. So we are neutral. IKEO Lighting, it's a new listing mainly into LED lighting contract manufacturing for Philips and also EPC kind of work for retail showrooms. The result has improved. Revenue on a year-on-year basis improved by 120%. On sequential basis, it was down 8%. Profit came in line with March quarter at 14 crores. And on year-on-year basis, last year, same quarter, profit was just 6 crores. So result has improved and we are positive. Thank you.
Good morning. Gati has posted below expectation numbers for the quarter, with the revenue coming in at 426 crores versus expectation of 457 crores. PAT came in at a loss of 1.7 crore versus expectation of a profit of rupees 6.4 crores. CE Infosystem has posted above expectation numbers for the quarter, both on the revenue and the margin front, with revenue growing by 23% QOQ and coming in at 89 crores. Margins also improved and came in at 41.9% versus expectation of 37.5%. Stock is trading at a P of 61 times FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Welspun Corp's result was okay. Revenue was flattish at 4,070 crores sequentially. However, EBITDA was down 12% sequentially to 369 crores. Margins came in at 9% versus 10% quarter on quarter. The company has its con call today where further details are awaited. APL Apollo result was marginally below expectations. Sales volume came in at 662,000 ton versus 650,000 ton quarter on quarter. Realization per ton was flattish as compared to last quarter. EBITDA per ton stood at 4,645 versus 4,970 quarter on quarter. A drop in EBITDA per ton was mainly due to a rise in raw material prices. Margins came in at 6.8% versus expectation of 7.2%. The stock is trading at a PE of 46 times FY24 earnings. Usha Martin's result was okay. Volume came in at 44,000 ton versus 47,000 ton quarter on quarter. Revenue was marginally lower as compared to previous quarter at 814 crores, whereas EBITDA came in at 146 crores versus 154 crores sequentially. EBITDA per ton came in at 32,227 versus 32,063 quarter on quarter. The stock is trading at 27 times TTM earnings. Thank you.
Good morning. Britannia Industries Limited posted the results and result was below expectations. The revenue grew by 8.4% on a YOY basis, led by its expansion in distribution. Also, it has done the investments in brands. There was the operating performance of the company was largely led by the pricing actions done by the company to offset the inflation and maintain the profitability. However, the reduction in commodity prices to a larger extent intensified the local competition. With this, the operating margin for the quarter stood at 17.2% versus the expectation of 18.1%. The stock is trading at a PE of 50.9 times to FY24 EPS, and we'll share the outlook post today's con call. Mrs. Bector's Food Specialities Limited result was above expectations. The revenue grew by 24.4% on a YY basis at rupees 374 crore. The company primarily operates in biscuits and bakery segment, where the biscuit segment has grown by 25% and bakery segment by 26%. The management suggests domestic business growth was largely driven by distribution expansion in existing and the new markets, along with the marketing activities. The EBITDA margin reported at 15.5% versus the expectation of 13.9%. The stock is trading at a PE of 44.5 times to FY24 EPS. Tattvachintan Pharmachem Limited posted the result and result was above expectations. The revenue reported at 114 crore, which grew by 29.4% on a YY basis. This was largely led by the contribution of SDAs. if we exclude the SDS segment, the overall portfolio was declined by 22% on a YY basis. During the quarter, a gross margin improved by 949 basis points on a QOQ basis on account of improved share of SDS. Thus, operating margin reported at 18.7% versus the expectation of 13.5%. Overall profitability was also impacted due to significant increase in depreciation post capitalization of the H plant in April. The stock is trading at a PE of 48 times FY24 EPS. We are neutral on the stock at these levels due to delay in scale up of new products and continued pressure on demand and pricing. Gujarat Fluorochemicals Limited result was marginally below expectations. Revenue degrew by 9% on a YY basis at rupees 1,209 crore. Operating margin reported at 27.9%. The stock is trading at trading at 21.3 times to FY24 EPS, and we'll share the outlook post today's con call. Thank you.
Good morning. Mahindra and Mahindra results came out and it was above expectation as revenue came at 24,056 crores versus expectation of 23,643 crores, which grew by 6.6% sequentially and 22.7% on YY basis. EBITDA margin came at 14.7% versus expectation of 13.2%. In FES segment, market share stood at 42.9%, which grew by 20 basis point on YY basis. Also, the SUV segment gained revenue market share by 310 basis points in this quarter and was about 20.2%. Management continues to be positive about the tractor industry as it expects the industry to grow in mid-single digit in remaining part of FY24. It is also planning to launch Mahindra OJA in August 23. Stock is trading at PE of 20 times of FY24 EPS. JK Tyre's result has improved as revenue came at 3,718 crores, which grew by 2.4% sequentially and 2.1% on YY basis. EBITDA margin came at 12.3% versus 10.4% on QOQ basis as a result of continued focus on premiumization of the product mix, which was also aided by the stable input cost. The management is optimistic about the demand in replacement and OEM segments across various products and expects the export demand to revive in the coming months with good monsoon and continuing thrust on infrastructure and festive season coming ahead. Stock is trading at PE of 12.9 times of FY24 EPS. Balkrishna Industries results were in line with expectation as revenue came at 2,159 crores against expectation of 2,328 crores, which degrew by 6.8% on Q on Q and 17.6% on YY basis. EBITDA margin came at 23.2%, which was slightly below expectation of 23.8% as against 4.4% QOQ and 12.8% on YOY basis. This was primarily due to higher cost of raw material, logistics, and power and fuel. The company expects the demand to gain momentum across geographies and segments, driven by pickup in economic activities and government spending on infrastructure worldwide. Stock is trading at PE of 32.5 times of FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Apart from this, government has increased the ethanol prices out of maize and out of waste grain by almost around 5 to 6 rupees. So that can act as a big positive for DCL Industries Limited, which is mainly based on maize. And also other companies like Gulshan Poly and Global System and Gulshan Poly. These are also into the manufacturing of ethanol from waste grain. So that can act positive for them as well. Apart from that, today Yatharth Hospital is getting listed. We had recommended this stock. The issue price was 300 rupees. It's a Noida-based hospital company which is mid-sized, has around three hospitals, and recently they acquired another hospital in UP. So it's overall around four hospitals. In mid-sized hospital company, but their ROC and ROE are very exciting, over 20-25%. So that make this company very attractive. And there is a headroom for growth also, as utilization is sub 50. So that make the opportunity for growth as well. So overall long-term outlook is positive, but near-term the stock can trade at around 25 times EV by EBITDA. The shares was offered at around 21 times EV by EBITDA, so the stock can list somewhere at around 375 to 400 range. So short-term one can look to book the profit, but if someone is interested to keep it for the long term, then also it is worth holding it. But another hospital company, Enterprise Medicare, came up with the result. It's a single hospital company, that's why it doesn't get valuations, but this result was very good. And company has reported around 16% year-on-year growth in revenue, and EBITDA margin also saw expansion to 15.4%. And the attractive point is the stock is available very at attractive level of around 6.5 times EV by EBITDA on a trailing basis. So where the multiple hospitals are trading somewhere anywhere around 20-25 times, this stock is available only at 6.8 times. So recently we have seen some run up, and that can continue in the near term. So outlook on that is also positive. Another company, CESC, came up with the number, and the numbers were ahead of expectations. Here again, the valuations are very attractive. It's into the distribution of power in Calcutta region. And here the revenue came out somewhere at around 4,300 crores versus expectation of 3,800 crores. And EBITDA also reported was 990 crores versus expectation of 784 crores. And the stock is available at around 7.1 time price earnings, and it gives around 5% dividend yield as well. So, if someone is interested to look for the safer stock, and there could be some capital appreciation because of the valuations, this stock looks positive. So, I request commodity team to take up from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So today we are expecting prices in metals to trade in a positive zone. So buying on dips is recommended. Gold one can initiate a buy around 59,400 and maintain a stop loss of 59,150. On upside, we are expecting 59,700, 800 levels. Silver also buying around 72,100, 72,000 and maintaining a stop loss of 71,500. On upside, 73,000 is the target we are looking for. In crude oil, we have witnessed a break above 6,800 and one can expect prices to trade in the positive zone, and buying around 6,800 is recommended. So as long as holding above 68 or 67.50, then this is a supportive zone. So as long as it is holding this zone, we recommend to go long. And upside 6,900, 6,950 is the target we are looking for. In natural gas, prices are expected to test 220, 222. So buying around 212 with a stop loss of 205 is recommended. In copper, prices are trading in a range bound from last 3-4 days. So all in all, 734, 35 and upside 745 to 46 is the range we are looking for. So at this juncture, one can initiate a buy and maintain a stop loss of 733, and upside again take profit around 745, 46. And zinc also looks positive. Buying momentum should be witnessed from 220 to 50, and one can maintain a stop loss of 220. On upside, we are expecting 226 to 227 levels. So buying on dips in zinc is recommended. Aluminum also looking good. So buy with a stop loss of 199.50, and on upside 204, 205 is the level we are looking for. So that's it from me. I'll ask Utkarsh to take over the call.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. For today's trading sessions in USD and R, we are expecting some more downside. So if we get any pullback around 82.80 to 82.82 levels, one can initiate a short positions with a stop loss of 82.93 for the target of 82.70 and 82.64 levels. In JPY INR, one can initiate a long positions in the range of 58.04 to 58.31 levels with a stop loss of 58.11 for the target of 58.8, 58.72 and 58.93 levels. In Euro INR, if we get any profit booking around 90.96 level, so one can initiate a long positions with a stop loss of 90.72 for the target of 91.30 and 91.47 levels. Thank you.